This guy was incredibly unlucky. He spent all his savings to buy a drilling rig, but he just couldn't strike oil. Then, one day, while playing with his children,
Can you teach me how to throw a curve?
I don't know how to throw a curve.
Someone's gotta know. What you call them?
An expert.
Yeah, can you find me one?
Yeah, we could find you one of them.
he realized you need experts to do expert work. He quickly hired a professional. After surveying, the expert indeed found a huge oil field. This time, he really struck it rich. The oil reserves the expert found for him, he could make $1,000 a day. Although, becoming a billionaire was still a distant goal, becoming a multimillionaire was more than achievable. At this point, a jealous former landowner tried to cash in on his misfortune. Wanting a piece of the pie, he straight up sued the protagonist. Remembering experts for expert work, the protagonist hired the best black lawyer.
As I was saying in pulling the records, I noticed that my client purchased the land and mineral rights from your client in a land swap more than 2 years ago.
So,
Maybe we should wait till the judge gets here before we...
just answer the question.
All right, if you insist. The deed was recorded exactly 2 years and 2 months. Texas law says that the statute of limitation of mineral rights dispute is 2 years on the nose.
Please tell me you knew that.
Well, how could you let this happen? I told you, I'm a divorce lawyer.
Stephen decided to bring him into the business. After that, they drilled more and more oil, and the business grew bigger and bigger. Stephen put all his focus on work, causing his children to grow up, who only knew how to ask for money and couldn't do anything productive. As for this, Stephen didn't care. His mind now was fixated on just one thing, acquiring more ranches and developing more oil. But this time, he finally hit a wall. The other party absolutely refused to sign the contract. Stephen had to wait them out at the hotel. Only the black lawyer stayed by his side. On Christmas Eve, the black lawyer couldn't wait any longer. He needed to go home to his family. The protagonist let him go, but he himself stayed put. Sure enough, the next day he received the contract. It turned out the other party had been ready to sell to him all along.
Because you remind me of myself 20 years ago.
Because of this acquisition, the protagonist saw in the newspaper the headline declaring him a billionaire. He had finally achieved the goal he set as a child, but looking around, there seemed to be no one to share the good news with. At that moment, he finally understood. He had neglected his family for too long. Then, over the phone, his wife delivered news. His friend and right-hand man, the black guy, had been in a car accident on his way home. Both of his kidneys were crushed. To save his old friend's life, he decided to donate one of his own kidneys. After being discharged from the hospital, the protagonist called a family meeting. He announced that all his remaining wealth would be used to establish a charitable foundation to aid those in need. Then he gave each of his children a sum of money, instructing them to use it to help others. This was clearly a test, but the children seemed to have already planned how to spend the fortune, with no intention of helping anyone. Only the youngest son returned the money. He said he didn't need it and wanted it added to the foundation. In the end, the youngest son became the successor. He inherited his father's estate.